So yeah, we're joined by Davey Coombs, one of the original cast members of Radio Fox.
Oh, I was the associate producer and sound engineer. I was the Wes Williams of my time.
Wow.
Just without the calves.
Yep. There's kids out there right now hoping to be the next Wes, not knowing that Wes was trying to be the next Davey at that time, which the word podcast did not exist. Was 10 years away.
No, it. We were trying to think of something fun to do, and Fox Racing through Todd Hicks and Kurt Pingle had gotten involved in the event for like $500. It was like the sponsor, and I think it was in gear. They like gave certificates, but it was so cool to have Fox Racing because our previous sponsor was Gear Racewear, and I think before that it was Griffs, and
a little bit cooler,
and of course High Point.
Okay, again, a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
Fox. Yes.
And they wanted to do something fun, and they realized that the nighttime activities were kind of missing some sort of star power / I would say now social media presence, but it wasn't. Yeah. It was just something to play over the PA at night. And we came up with the idea of Radio Fox. And it was Pete, myself, Todd Hicks, in that first year, believe it or not, Mickey Diamond.
What?
What a get.
What?
Dude, that's perfect.
Was he racing or was he just here?
Getting his hair
he was
looking great.
So he was done, but so let me explain the genesis a little bit.
Okay.
So the previous year in 1992, Donnie Schmidt was racing in Europe. And Greg Fox and the whole Fox family really liked Donnie. And they wanted to go see him.
Extravaganza.
Wait.
There we go.
We're about to play some old audio.
No.
Not yet. Go back to the story.
I was going to play B-roll, and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right, these are old days of Loretta's. Go ahead.
Like I said,
yes.
I did what Wes does now then.
And about as well, probably. About as well as he just did. All right, so Loretta's back in the day. Continue.
So anyway,
Yes.
we came up, we went to Europe, and we met in all places Amsterdam, because, that's where the Fox brothers wanted to go.
We don't have any footage of that, do we?
I hope not.
But the first GP was in Valkenswaard.
Okay,
and it was all these Americans. And a guy was with him named Tommy Rios. And Tommy was from Peru, and he was the Fox distributor and the Oakley distributor in Mexico. Okay. And he was like, my dream is to have this race in Mexico City at Azteca Stadium. And it would be like Loretta Lynn's for Mexico. No, it would be Anaheim for Mexico.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, and by the time we got back together with the rest of our crew, everyone was sort of buzzing with ideas. Except
sure.
Tommy and I, we were Heineken with ideas. and
Amsterdam, everybody.
And we ended up on the idea of having the Acapulco Supercross. And then from what you see now in 1982, how quaint Loretta Lynn's was, by 92 it had become something different. I just don't think we had someone there to film it that year.
Where were you, Wes?
Yeah, this Wes had not been born yet.
Wes was -7.
He was easily that.
Yeah. And imagine how huge these cameras were that people had.
Damn,
there
he had
were
a water slide
here. They did. That was in the pre
and a diving board.
Pre-insurance days.
Yeah, I was about to say there's 200 people in that pool. Kids doing a flip in there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
the racing.
We decided to do this race in Acapulco. It was crazy. It was fun. It was a disaster, a big misadventure. But from that, Fox decided that they were going to sponsor Loretta Lynn's.
Okay.
For that $500 in gift certificates. And
I'm glad you made a business deal happen with this Acapulco and Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Made a big business deal happen.
Yeah. But and Fox has been here ever since. It's been since 1993. And so to see how far it's come, that we're back to start, we've come around to go again.
Yeah.
And the baggy pants are coming back. And by the way, if Levi Kitchen is looking for a fishing pole, the guy who lives near him in Washington, Ryan Villapoto, he's over there with his fishing poles.
Wait, for reals?
Right by the beer tent.
Wow. Okay.
So I think they're
Is there good fishing over there at the beer
pretty
tent?
close neighbors.
They probably know each other.
Yeah.
This is cool. This is actually Loretta with your dad, Dave, your dad and mom, who started this race. I mean, we can't say you started it. You were just on like what? The crew, the staff?
Yeah, I was 125A class.
Okay.
I think I got 11th the first year, and I never did very well, except, believe it or not, I think in 92, I got second in a moto in 125A after a night at the beer tent, because all my training that summer resulted in a 17-12 And then, the hell with it. And went to the beer tent.
And then?
I was 27.
And then you got a second.
I got second. Yeah, behind, I think it was Tony Amaradio, and Deegan was third, and it was pretty funny.
Was there a podium? Did you get to go to the
Oh,
podium?
God, no. I
didn't even do this then?
No. They didn't even have moto medals. And I think that was the reason we came up with the moto medals. It was also, once someone breaks down the first moto, maybe their parents are like, we might as well go home, get back to school, whatever.
Yeah.
And we thought, like, if we gave them something to shoot for in the third moto, the second moto, and that's when the moto medals came out. But no, I did not get a moto medal. I didn't even get a pit pass. I only got an infield pass whenever when the Christian Motocross Association showed up and started actually checking people on the infield, and I had to start wearing a pit pass.
Did you have to work when you were racing here?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
In between motos.
Racing was an afterthought. Work was the whole thing. Yeah. By the time this started in 1982, it was clear that my best path was going to be college, and I focused on that. But I'd already started a business picking up garbage at the races, and
great business.
Started a newspaper a little while later, and lo and behold, it became Racer X.
Here we go. Which has an Acapulco Supercross story in it.
Yes.
Right now.
This issue. And it's because we're going to have a reunion over Labor Day. Tommy Rios' daughter's getting married in Oaxaca, Mexico or something. I know Pete and Greg are going. I'm going to go. Tommy's going to go.
Another great idea is coming.
I thought, like, after all these years, I should finally run that damn story.
I've never actually asked you this, like legit. Like we talk all the time because we work together.
Mm-hmm.
The sport in 1982, if you look at the professional results, it is all Southern California for the most part. There's like Billy Lyles in there every once in a while. Anybody else, Kevin? Anybody else?
I mean, the occasional guy would pop in there. Denny Schwartz would grab a win
From
at
Ohio.
Redbud, and but not really. It was all El Cajon and.
Yeah, even David Bailey, he was listed as being from Virginia, but he was from California.
He already moved out there by then.
A couple of my favorite stats. You guys were talking about the stats and the new app and everything like that. This year, until Christian Craig came back into Supercross, like in March, not a single rider from California was in a 450 main event.
Jeez,
none.
what?
And if you go back to 1985, like literally every guy, once Billy Lyles went to Europe, every single guy, in the top 10 almost, was from California.
So I want to ask this. So also, when they have the East-West Supercross, they call it, named after your dad, the Dave Coombs Memorial East-West. East-West was really, truly enforced back then. You had to have a real Eastern mailing address.
Yeah.
And then this event was designed to be, it didn't matter where you're from. You had to go through the qualifiers. You had to come through here, and no one could practice on this track. It was supposed to be fair across the board. Was that part of your dad's vision to be like, there are 49 other states that probably have good riders, and can we come up with a system that will help develop talent in the other states? Or was that just something that happened?
No, it was a very big part of it.
Yes.
At the time back then, the World Mini GP, which the Verb guys have revitalized, Ponca City, even the World Mini was dominated by guys like Jeff Ward and Flying Mike Brown and some of those Brian Myerscough.
California guys.
Because they were closest to the OEMs. That's where the Japanese factories were set up. So Jeff Ward got a Honda minicycle ride. He deserved any minicycle ride.
Sure.
He's Jeff Ward.
Yes.
But because he was right there, Honda's like, hey, we got this XR75. What do you think? And that worked for a while, but Dad started to get, he saw that maybe, Loretta Lynn's was just supposed to be centrally located. It was his idea to have the East-West 125 class that really was the dividing bell between bringing the East Coast on and giving guys in the East a chance. But you really had to be either East or West. So by the time Mitch Payton was into it, he was signing guys up as being from Independence, Missouri, which is the home of Harry Truman. And if you look in the record books back in the 80s, in the early 90s,
it's a hotbed of motocross, apparently.
Independence, Missouri was won a lot of races. And but that's kind of now it's just sort of, hey, Supercross is so difficult that it's better to give it a transitional period. So that's why there's 250 East, 250 West, and you can be from here or there or whatever. And because people like Levi was just talking about, he's from Washougal, but then he moved to Louisiana, and then he moved to California. I mean, he could pick any P.O. box and say, I am an East Coaster, I am a West Coaster. And all the kids in Cairo, all the kids in, all the different facilities around the country, it's better to just have you're on this side or that side, You pick a side. It doesn't matter where you're born.
Yeah, but this event. So Kevin, you're from Georgia. You're from the Southeast. You have told me all these playground stories of all the super fast. Yes, Keith Turpin and Lyles. You could say
Mark
they made
Crozier.
Sean Dukes.
Yeah, Sean Dukes. Mark Crozier.
all the guys that didn't make it, so to speak. Billy
Yeah.
Lyles, he got a factory ride. He won races. But those guys now, this showcase here would have gotten them on the map, where before there wasn't a map. The map said you have to be in California.
Yeah,
that was the map.
Keith Turpin said, he goes, early on, he goes, my dad scooped me up and he said, we went out west. We had to just go chase those guys. And
Oh,
get in
he
the
was
van.
racing out there.
He went,
Yeah.
he went out there early.
Yes.
Earlier than a lot of guys. We couldn't imagine. Like, where's he gone? He's been gone for months.
I think
what
the
it took.
first guy who really changed it was Damon Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Because Bradshaw didn't give a shit. He's like, I'm from North Carolina. I race the Florida Winter Am Series. I'll go out there once a year and do World Mini or whatever Yamaha wants me to do. And then, lo and behold, the people at Fox Racing, the people at Yamaha had the foresight to sign him to a factory deal when he was still in the 80s.
Yes.
And that was a real game-changing thing. And even Jeff Stanton, who was a little older than Damon, it took him a couple years of racing here at Loretta Lynn's, building a name for himself. And ironically, he never raced the 125 class in Supercross, even though the year he turned pro is the year the 125 class came in. And
I've never thought of that.
yeah,
Well, it's because he never looked young.
No,
Stanton
he was
looked 25
30
years old
when he was
at
18.
10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he had two kids and a
Exactly.
pension.
Yeah.
I got two more stats for you real quick. One, you showed an Aiden Zing earlier, and I just, it's heartbreaking, but
Yes.
also so awesome.
That we
Last-
had him on this show last year
Yeah.
and that breakthrough title. Absolutely.
So last year, I remember thinking, and this is, you guys talk about stats on the app and everything like that. No rider in the history of Loretta Lynn's had ever won a moto with a last name that began with the letter Z,
Ever.
ever. But last year in back-to-back motos, Zing, Zabajic.
Cannon Zabanik.
Yeah,
What?
Zabanik.
Zabanik.
Really?
Sorry, I said
Really?
Zabajic because we're
It's
doing
got
it.
a J in it.
Yeah.
It does. What?
Zabanik. And they were back-to-back, and I remember
that?
sitting there thinking, that's never happened before
No.
once, and now it just happened twice. And so I kind of followed both those kids, and recently Zabanik won the 65cc World Championship. Unfortunately, at almost the same time, Aiden had his unfortunate.
Yeah. Just about a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like the letter Z, though, will always be synonymous with those two boys, and especially Aiden here at Loretta Lynn's.
Yeah. Finally went A to Z. Because, for example, I know Fred Andrews told me he won motos here the very first year. So the A's got handled.
Yeah, he was battling Donnie
got it out of
Schmidt.
the way.
He was battling Donnie Schmidt and Jeff Stanton, and they went down the last corner in the
That is a
100
true
class.
story?
That is a true story.
Because he told me that he had the title until maybe the last turn.
It was the last turn, and I think Stanton went from third to first.
Jeez.
It was crazy. The other stat:
Okay.
who was the last Supercross champion to win the title to have never raced at Loretta Lynn's?
Oh, so you have to be old enough to have essentially predated this event.
And never won.
But did he race here?
Raced or didn't race here or didn't win here?
He didn't win here. All the other ones have,
Yeah.
but he never came here.
Chad Reed.
Yeah, not even here. And not including foreign guys?
Yeah.
Not including foreign guys. Or
No,
is Chad Reed
it
count?
is Chad.
Oh, well done, Kevin. Wow, how
Full
about
circle.
that?
There
How
you go.
about that?
And he's back.
Well, he's not back
Yeah.
because unfortunately, Tate got hurt right at the last minute. But when he does race, the answer will move back to JMB.
So it's still going to be a foreign guy. It's still going to be a foreign guy. But even that, okay, so we closed in. It's not just California guys anymore. People from all the other 49 states can win races. And then that net has closed. Chad Reed now would have raced this event. There's Australians and people from all over the world that now race this thing, like Chad probably wanted to do. And now they are actually all doing it. I don't know how they pull that off. What do they do? Ship bikes?
Well, when it was, I know when Ken Roxon came, Jeff Cernick helped him
Yep.
out, and I think it was 2008.
Yep.
When Christoph Porcel came over, Scott Taylor, who worked for Fox and Oakley at the time, he helped out and got him, down in Florida. He rode an area. Then he came back for the regional. There are no shortcuts. You have to do the area. You have to do the regional. There is no international, qualifier anywhere because we know that a bunch of parents would send their kids to Spain.
To Guam.
Yeah.
That Guam regional
They
was
would,
tough.
yes.
Fonseca did it. Fonseca had to come over here.
But yeah, Ernesto would come up here at 11 years old. He would rent the car. He'd get the hotel. He'd read the rule book. He would talk to, sign himself up because his dad until the very end, never spoke English. Not a word.
Wow.
And Ernesto was like and Roxanne's parents were kind of the same way.
Wow, that's
I did
turn
not
to
know
mature.
that.
That's
real quick.
commitment. That's
That
commitment.
is.
Yeah.
That's what got them where it got them. We have some archive audio that you want to play for Davey. We have not told him about this. Okay, it's going to be.
Have you vetted it though?
Does this involve Radio Fox and beer tents?
And maybe bathrooms?
Play
Our
this audio.
special guest that we've been trying to get in here all week, Mr. Dave Coombs, promoter extraordinaire, has finally shown up at the Radio Fox Tower. And Jim has escorted him here in the limousine.
Pete?
I'm sure Jim has some questions. I've got a few questions for Mr. Coombs myself. Not the least of which is has to do with the public restrooms here.
Jeez.
They're public?
They are public.
They're public. One of my questions was, I've used some of the public restrooms here. I was wondering, is there a certain restroom that is better than all the rest?
Yeah, but it's in the infield.
It's on the infield. Is it behind a tree or is it hidden somewhere?
Well, it's on a location where that nobody's allowed to go except me and 2 other guys.
Who are those other guys?
Classified.
Who are the 2 other guys?
Would you know?
I imagine, in hindsight, it'd be Mooney Lynn and
Okay.
Loretta Lynn.
Wow, that's exclusive.
Well, that's it. Well, no wonder it's the best.
Guys that help me on the track.
Did you hear that?
Guys that help you on the track.
Okay.
Well, I was okay.
These are specially built. They have like water sprinklers and everything. And the guy that built the water truck built the portage john.
Okay. I was up at one of
Flushes with it. You can take your little finger and flush this thing. It's unbelievable.
Okay, I was up at one of the built-in Johns up there, and I had to use the restroom, and I went into one of the toilet stalls there, and I was preparing to lay down some papers and stuff, a nice little sanitary seat, and the guy next to me, I think it was a motocrosser, he just flipped the seat down and sat down and started using the restroom. I was wondering, now, do you think most motocrossers use that technique? What technique do you use? Do you use the papers, or do you have some special thing in the infield?
Well, it depends on who's taking care of the restrooms that day. They have different attendants here. Some of them use the strong Lysol. Some of them use like a real weak stuff. And I'll take a whiff of it first. And if it's not the strong Lysol, then I'll usually cut a hole in my handkerchief. the top, and that seems to work for me.
So I'm trying to envision this now. You walk into the toilet stall, you flip down the seat, and you bend over and breathe deeply to get the aroma first.
Well, you don't really have to bend down that far. Sometimes, it depends on who's been in the restroom. You can just open the door and know that you better get your handkerchief out.
Hard-hitting news, Davey.
How's your dad?
It sounds like the old Fernwood Tonight or
Yeah.
Johnny Carson, I
Yep,
think.
or now Between Two Ferns.
Yeah, very,
Yes.
very, very young David Letterman show.
Who was that doing the interviewing there?
That was Pete.
That was Pete Fox.
That was Pete.
Fox.
But
Yes.
I'm racking my brain because that was not my dad's voice, so I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, that's not your dad.
Yeah, he may have sent up like one of the guys on the infield
Oh.
as Dave Coombs.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've heard many of the legendary writers' meetings that are still on videos and things like that. I'm like, that doesn't sound like Big Dave.
Yeah.
Maybe after a long week at Loretta's.
But he was the kind of person that would literally just find some random person and say, go tell them you're me, and just do an interview.
Oh, Verb guys got swerved.
Wes, I can
Well,
tell
I
you.
got an idea. We're getting ready to close out the show here.
I got a few questions for you, Dad.
Oh, okay, but I was just going to suggest that you and my dad go take a nice leisurely talk up there at the restroom since,
That is me.
You got
That
an
is
extra
me.
handkerchief
That's
there,
me.
Mr. Coombs?
Sure do.
Okay, honest, besides this serious matter, which is the restroom facilities here at Loretta Lynn, besides that, I'm sure everybody that we've talked to on the phone, everybody that's been in this building at Radio Fox, would all like to shake your hand like I'm going to do right now, Mr. Coombs. Wipe it,
Wait, I
please.
get my handkerchief out.
Yeah, get your handkerchief and wipe your hand, please. And we would like to extend a very heartfelt thank you to you and everybody that puts on this race here at Loretta Lynn's. It's a fabulous event. And we enjoy coming out here every year, and I'm sure all the racers feel the same way. And, Davey's a bum, but what can you do?
Well, we appreciate the Fox people and all of our sponsors for showing up, and especially the racers. Yeah, we do work real hard to make this thing come off because these kids have traveled all over the country to get here, and this is very, very important to them. And so I can go with 3 or 4 hours sleep a night for 5 days to make this thing come off. And our whole crew is like that. They're really dedicated, and I really appreciate their help. It's not just me, believe me, it's a team effort.
Well, it's too bad your wife's such a slacker, because I'm sure if she busted a little butt, things would go off a little easier.
Well, she's been on vacation this summer. Every time when we need her, she's down to the beach or somewhere.
And what about Davey? Does he work hard, or?
Oh yeah, haven't you noticed this week? Dozer never leaves unless Davey's behind the wheel.
Your mom was still working today.
And I don't drive a bulldozer.
Yeah.
This guy didn't know what he was talking about.
I don't know what to believe out of anything that we just heard. Gosh. Although I just literally saw your mom working today, so that part is not verified.
No.
Yeah, mom. Mom has gotten up there, and we can't get her to leave the help window alone. We can't. She walks around in like long blue jeans and a sweatshirt, and we're like, Mom, it's 100 degrees, and she's like, there's a lot of people here.
I said, I'm like,
Pretty good race we got here,
get a
huh?
stat on how many people you've helped at the help window here for the last 44 years. I'm like, is it 100,000? Is it 80?
All of them.
Where? Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody's had to talk to her.
Well, that's amazing to have. I don't know. Have you ever heard that stuff? I don't know where it even came from.
Those are old tapes that I found years ago, and thank God we have them. But we would need the CIA to figure out exactly who or what was going on, because that literally might have been Jimmy, the guy that worked the security out front. But I liked his delivery. Yeah, it was funny.
Was it at least Dave-like?
Very Dave.
Okay, he did his best.
But Dad surrounded himself with like-minded friends, and his group of jokesters were Bill West, Larry Myers. Birds of a feather, I guess. They were always clowning each other and coming up with practical jokes. And my dad's favorite practical joke ever here at the ranch. Bill West showed up. He had rented a Cadillac or something, him and Sherry, and they came in early, and Dad's like, okay, we're going to go back to the restaurant, but I think there's a police check out there, so we're going to take a shortcut. Just follow me. And he went up the fire road up above the Boone Hill. Yeah. And it got narrower and narrower, and Dad was in a farm truck.
Just beating it up.
And Bill was bouncing off the trees.
With the Cadillac.
Yeah, and they finally get back to, the exit, and there's pieces of his car falling off and everything, and Sherry gets out, and she's like, God damn it, Bill. I told you I didn't get insurance on this.
Oh, dude. And your dad knew that the whole time.
He knew it the whole time.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, like we always say, Loretta's, it is the toughest week, and it is the most fun week you'll have all year, or maybe your entire life. And that, apparently, even the original workers felt the same way. Thanks for stopping by, Davey. Always a good time. We will have shows Thursday, Friday coming your way as well. Radio Fox keeps rolling on all week long. Thanks to the folks at Verb for putting this together. Kevin, can we put the app over his face one more time,
man?
To
Just
make
cover
this
me
show
up.
And sign this thing off the right way.
There we go. Just completely cover my face.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You can.
There we go. He did that.
Much better.
Perfect.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later in the week. And enjoy RacerTV.com, or go to RacerTV on YouTube to watch all the motos starting tomorrow morning.
Yeah.